everybody. My name is Barbecue, and welcome in to another matchup in the Roulette Rivals 7 tournament this evening between Speedster and the Buff Guy. And I am joined this evening, my co-caster is none other than GKPunk. Punky, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, Punky. How are you tonight?
I'm alright as well.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. So, we are just under 2 minutes away from traveling to our first map. This map is chosen by Speedster. We are first kicking off the match here in Santa Fortuna. And taking a look at our players' performance stats here, we can see that Speedster has performed on Santa Fortuna a total of 8 times. If I can count, that looks like 8 times. 4 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. And Buff has been here 4 times. 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. The map record for a player completing a spin on Santa Fortuna is held by Frody. He completed a spin in 10 minutes and 20 seconds. That was set during our last roulette event, Roulette Rivals World Championships 2021. Punk, are you excited for this? Are you as excited for this as I am?
Yeah, definitely. I
I
casted a Santa Fortuna earlier, which ended in a tie. So yeah, definitely curious how this one goes.
Yeah, as I understand it, Buff and Speedster have a little bit of a rivalry going on here, and I know Buff really enjoys this map. Clearly, Speedster does as well. Speedster is an Roulette Rivals finalist, so extremely well-practiced and competent player. And Buff, obviously, most of us in the community know Buff. He's no chump either. You know, he's got strong roulette game, and I imagine we're gonna see both of these guys fighting extremely hard tonight. So we are in for a great show tonight. I'm very excited.
Yes, Speedster is a very consistent top player. He's not only an RR finalist, a multiple-time RR finalist. Roulette Rivals 5, he was second. Roulette Rivals 2 on PS4, he was second. He was 4th in the first Roulette Rivals and 9th in Roulette Rivals 3.
Wow, that's that's a lot of times being a finalist. So clearly he is extremely competent here. Buff is up against a big competition. Our spin just arrived here. Would you like to take it for us, Punk? Do you have the spin link?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'll take this one then, and I'll give you the next one. So I'll send the link over to you as well. We have Rico Delgado eliminated with an assault rifle disguised as the submarine engineer. Jorge Franco eliminated with a machete as the street soldier. And Andrea Martinez eliminated with a screwdriver disguised as the barman. I will get that link sent over to you here real quick, Punk.
Thanks.
Problem. There you are. So, Speedster started from the default start. And, not sure where Buff loaded in here. We're gonna find out in just a second. And, this is a console match here. This is a round 4 match, so this is the first to 6. So we may have a good number of loading times to deal with here. Hopefully not, though. We'll see. Hopefully they play well enough that they don't have to load in a whole bunch of times. So Speedster gets the peekaboo and pacification on Andrea, and is going to return to her once he gets his needed disguise. Also takes care of the evidence console while he's there outside of her little hacienda. Buff is starting from the mansion. That's the mansion start, and this is a great way to get an early Rico isolation here.
Yeah, he's going for the early Rico, and Speedster's going for the submarine engineer, which is a unique disguise.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be able to get that very easily.
Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a bit harder. I think it just depends on what that guy's doing. If he's in this little hiding animation, it's not so hard. But I believe he's got some other, he does some other stuff too, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you let him do that for too long, he will just go to a different animation.
Mm-hmm. But Speedster gets that real quick, real easy, no problem there. Buff does get the pacification on Rico as well. Also takes out his guard, who goes in and out of that garage there to do some drugs, so he's not going to be a problem. Speedster now running towards Rico's mansion, and Buff heading out the front door, so both kind of crossing each other here in spirit, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. If they were playing on the same client or same server, whatever it is, they would have definitely crossed each other there.
Yeah, kind of felt like
something wrong.
Ghost mode for a second. Speedster's gonna turn around that guard there who's watching over this half of the mansion. And Buff is now running to grab Andrea while I believe she's in her meeting with Paola here, so this is an easy way to get her about 2 minutes 15 seconds into a spin.
Yeah, Buff's definitely on a timer here, and he manages to catch Andrea. Speaking of timers, Speedster's gonna miss the Rico one, the bathroom peekaboo, and the bottom floor, so he's gonna wait at his office bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And he's not going for a peekaboo, interestingly. I guess he's gonna use the sink to pull him in, it looks like. Huh. Okay. It's gonna bring in his guard. Oh, wonder if he was expecting Rico to come in there. He did a little camera wiggle in frustration, so I don't think he was expecting that.
Yeah, this is things can go wrong here, but Speedster is, like I said, he's so experienced. He's able to knock out the other guard, and he's got his first kill.
Done deal. All right, there is the assault rifle submarine engineer kill on Rico. Really nice, really optimal combination of timing there to get that disguise. You know, he got Andrea, he got the disguise, and he got to Rico in time with the assault rifle in hand, mind you, to get that kill. So really well played there, well executed by Speedster. Buff's got 2 targets down as well. I believe he's probably going to be going for the barman disguise, if I had to guess. And the machete, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one of those on the map, and that is located in the coca fields. And lodged in one of the trees.
Yeah, it seems that way. So he's gonna get the Andrea kill, run back for the engineer, go for the hippie. No, why am I saying hippie? Let me see what I was trying to say. He's gonna get the barman. He's gonna kill Andrea. Go for the submarine engineer, not the hippie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking about the other spin that had hippie in it. Apologies for that one. But yeah, that's still on my mind. That was over 2 hours, that match. Definitely one of the longer ones. 2 draws in it.
Were the players, did anyone jump in through the window to try and get the hippie?
Somebody jumped out through the window, I think, and got spotted. Yeah, that definitely did happen.
That window is bad news, but thankfully for this spin here, the players will not have to confront that window. We should consider that window the final boss of Santa Fortuna, I feel like, because it has ripped so many players. Speedster dodging some whoosh there from that peeping Tom on the other side of that wall. He is an enforcer for every single street guard. He has ripped many a player as well. Buff gets a nice fast screwdriver kill on Andrea there as the barman, and going to dump her out the window. Now he still does have camera trouble. Speedster has popped the terminal already. Buff still needs to do that. He also changes into the street guard disguise there needed for the Jorge kill, so based on this timing, I wonder if he's going to... Oh wow, he gets it with the loud pistol.
So yeah, it also takes the pixel shot instead of the one through the door.
Watch this enforcer though, Buff. Okay, I think he'll be okay. When he's looking through the hole, you know, his view cone's very small, but he does walk away from the hole at times, and when he does that, he will get you.
Yeah, definitely. Seen that in the early match too. Somebody wasn't paying attention and was spotted by him or as the street soldier. So both players going for Jorge, it seems like, with the street soldier, and Machete being, you know, very close to him. You don't have to take that run around with it for too long.
Sure. This disguise is trespassing in the coca fields, however, and so a lot of eyes moving around, but thankfully the foliage provides ample cover. Just got to make sure you're not running around too fast in it, because if you run too fast through the bushes, you will attract attention, and sometimes they will even come investigate, you know, where they see movement in the bushes. So good cover, but you gotta be sneaky as you move through, or fast, and just, you know, get out before they can come find you. So it's a bit of a risk. Speedster's going for a seeker shot on Jorge here, but he's getting a little bit of whoosh while he's aiming at him, and he misses his first dart. Meanwhile, Buff does grab... Oh, he gets his second one. Speedster gets his second dart, and Buff has got the machete already out of the tree. There goes Speedster picking up his machete as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be mostly same gameplay, except they have different kills.
Yes.
And the middle parts of their run's gonna be the same. Now, for Speedster, he just throws the machete at Jorge, and yeah, that's gonna get spotted.
Oh, I don't think he was deep enough in the toilet yet. That really hurts. That's a tough one.
And that's one of the toilets where the guards also just straight up look at him instead of turning away, like the other bathroom.
Mm-hmm. So it would have been probably a more pertinent call to try pacifying some of those guards before getting that thrown, you know, throwing that machete at him. So Speedster's going back to square one here. Buff now 8 minutes and 20 seconds into the spin here. Hasn't ripped yet. No caster's curse. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Chat, better all have your fingers crossed here. But Buff's still solid right now.
Buff's not gonna risk seekering him on that side. He's gonna wait till Jorge comes around here so that he can guarantee Jorge walks to the toilet stall he wants him to.
I believe as soon as he comes out of his little flower hut here, he will go to the desired toilet. I think I heard Buff say as much one time. We'll see. Hopefully he heads for the ideal toilet out here.
Buff also has a coca field worker disguise set up for him to switch out of in case he wants to do that.
Sure, just to make it a bit easier to run through and leave the area. You can do so safely, definitely be worth doing. Okay, so Buff throws a crowbar at him to render him unconscious first, and he will wait for the guards to walk off. It's gonna take him for a bit of a drag, it looks like. I think just maybe to get him away from any ears that might hear that kill. We've seen on more than one occasion where a thrown weapon, you know, a lethal throw on an unconscious target will sometimes create noise. It happened, unfortunately, to David Red Sox in his match, through a wall even, and possibly through a door or two. So, has been known to happen. Buff didn't take any chances there, and he gets the kill cleanly. keeps his green guns, changes into the Coca Field worker disguise, and now heading for Rico. Needs to get the sub-engineer disguise and pick up an assault rifle somewhere. I don't know if he's brought one.
Should be. I still see smuggle on this map, so
I'm looking for it. Oh, it's in the dark part of the map there. I see it now. So he's got to get himself the submarine engineer disguise first, and then make his way back here. But Rico is lying in wait for him. It's you know, he's just got to get there safely and pull off the kill, and then get out. Probably from the his Rico's car, since he's right by it.
yeah, that's basically the plan for Buff now. Hoping that nothing goes wrong in between that and this.
Yeah, hopefully
Speedster has a long way to catch up, and really doesn't seem feasible unless Buff restarts.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. This does not happen.
That's sick.
More or less will not help. Cause
Dude, sick.
your patience will be
Buff gets away with the disguise cleanly. There's Speedster on his Rico kill again.
If I'm not mistaken, Rico's looking to add some tattoo work to his already substantial collection.
Very nice.
Rico Delgado.
It's still so impressive to me that Speedster is able to get there, get Andrea, get that kill on Rico. I really like how he's approached it here, but Buff has been playing extremely solid. Jinx, or knock on wood. Let's not jinx it. Just picked up his smuggled assault rifle, presumably.
Maybe we can get sub 14. I don't know.
Yeah, it should be definitely a solid run. He's just has to cross to the other side of the mansion, and then one bullet. Yep, he has the RS-15, which is an assault rifle.
We're gonna go for sub 14. That's nuts. This is a long.
I wonder how we're gonna
Not
see
a hard
him
one, man. This is a long.
cross over here.
That stupid Jorge shit.
We're gonna see any bullet distractions used, or he's just gonna kind of wait for these patrolling guards. Dodging a generous amount of whoosh there. He actually pulls that guard's attention. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's
Fuck.
really well played there, because I mentioned this before. A lot of players panic when the suspicion meter goes close to the filling all the way up. You
Yeah.
slow it down to slow the filling up down, and
Yes.
Buff is out.
Wow. GG's Buff. You really
That was. that scared
really
the
gave us
shit
a
out
bit of a
me,
scare there at the end.
14.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
all right.
it sounds like he was a bit nervous as well, based on how that was going. But yeah, as you pointed out correctly, that letting off the gas, or the sprint button, so to speak,
Fuck yeah, bitch.
you can hear Buff like hooting and hollering there. He's quite happy with the outcome, and he should be. He played that extremely well. That was a very, very clean Santa Fortuna. Not a single restart. Just a bit of tension at the end there. But yes, as I was saying, if you remember to let off the sprint button when your meter is filling up, you can slow down how quickly the suspicion is filling up, and you can possibly get out of, you know, whether you're running towards somebody or running away from somebody. It can be a good skill to know when to let off the gas. And Buff definitely made good use of that there. That was probably the only reason why he didn't get ripped. He was like less than a half a second away from getting spotted had he continued sprinting. So I don't think he could have played that any more closely if he tried.
Yeah, definitely. It's he actually sort of showed off both of them. Like at first he was getting spotted from behind, where he sprinted to create distance, and then he was approaching towards the guard, and that's when he slowed down. So it was a really good demonstration of that technique and the mechanic.
Absolutely.
Speedster's stream seems to have died. Hopefully he comes back in time.
Give him a quick refresh there. Oh, it does seem the stream died. So we are next traveling to Berlin, and this was chosen by Buff Guy. I think everybody knows he's extremely vocal about his love for this map, and rightfully so. It's an awesome map. It's so full of potential, so full of opportunity. Each agent has, is viable for, at least 3 kills, if not more. I would say, and so huge potential here. Depending on the spin, obviously, some spins might make better use of the Rolf lure that most roulette players know about, but obviously that does not work with every spin. It's good for spins where you get Rolf Hirschmuller as a needed disguise, and also spins that do not contain any suit kills. You really can't do it if you have a suit kill on it. But yeah, it's an awesome map, and I'm very excited that we're heading here next. And hope now that you have the spin link, Punk, you can gladly take this spin when it arrives if you'd like to. And looking at some of our statistics here from our players, Speedster has only competed on Berlin 1 time, and during that time, he was not victorious. Buff, on the other hand, here has competed on Berlin 6 times. We got like a 50% win rate here. 3 wins, 3 losses. So we'll see which way the scales tip after the match tonight. Our map.
Yeah, the both guys coming here off of their recent Berlins. Well, Speedster only has 1, so he lost that one against I Like Hitman back in RR6. I Like Hitman, another RR finalist for that very tournament, RR6. But Buff Guy, the last 3 times he played Berlin, the last 2 times before this one he will be playing, he lost the 2. So this will be, he's on a 2-map losing streak in Berlin right now. So this is his time to break out of that.
Sure. Hopefully we will see a good match here between our players. We will pay out our predictions here for the Santa Fortuna prediction, and we'll get a new one going here quickly. Who we think will win Berlin? Option 1, Speedster. Option 2, Buff. We'll give 2 minutes to make predictions if anyone cares to make a prediction. And looking at our map record here, it looks like Pizarro holds the record for completing a spin on this map in 8 minutes and 44 seconds. This record was achieved back in Roulette Rivals World Championships 2021, which was only, it feels like just weeks ago, doesn't it? Probably a bit longer than that, but it does not feel like that long ago.
Yeah, I'm still feeling the after effects of that. But yeah, it's been a couple of months since that happened. Actually, over 2 or 3 months anyways. This is a very, very interesting Berlin
Tell us about it.
It's fire with the dealer for an agent, injected poison in the suit. Those 2 are already extremely restricted in terms of not using the Rolf lure. But I'll go on more. Loud explosive as a technician. Here's another restriction. Falling object as club crew. And then loud pistol to DJ. 2 loud kills, falling object, fire, and suit. This is an unbelievable Berlin spin.
Yeah. As far as spins go, this is certainly a spicy one. Hopefully this puts the players through their paces and gives us a good watch. Now it looks like Speedster's unfortunately crashed again. Her stream has died. Hopefully it did come back the last time that happened, so hopefully he'll be back again. We'll try refreshing, keep it tuned in here, and hopefully he comes back online.
Yeah, and I hope if the admin respins, it's only a respin of the timer and not the spin, because I would love to see the spin played out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's my request, if that's if that can be considered.
It looks like He's in touch with the match admins. He seems to be having some internet trouble here. That's always unfortunate to hear. Technical problems like this sometimes do come up from time to time. And hopefully things can straighten themselves out. Maybe just a quick unplug and replug of the router. But we'll probably hear more about that shortly. In the meantime, though, Buff is going to give it his best effort here. He's got no clue, what's happening with his opponent. He's just, playing his heart out here. So he started from, that was a default start. It looks like, doesn't it?
It was the radio tower one. So this is kind of a standard Buff thing that he does in Berlin. He starts radio tower in the suit, especially if you need to start suit, and then goes for Thames right away, and then Davenport. But we won't be seeing that because the spin has been cancelled.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we did hit a bit of a reset on the spin. So I think the whole thing was probably discarded, and we'll get a fresh one. But you're right. That was a really cool spin. We had a suit, injected poison kill, loud firearm, loud explosive. That was and falling object,
fire, and dealer.
Yeah, that would have been a cool one to see. So that's a little disappointing, but it's sometimes we're dealt curveballs and we just have to adapt and move forward. So that's what we're doing, and that's what's gonna happen. So in just a minute, then we'll have another spin, a fresh spin. And again, if you'd like to take it and break it down for us when it does arrive, Punky, that would be totally cool with me if you'd like.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go at it again.
And yeah, at least it happened straight off the bat and not 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in. Not that spins usually take that long on this map, but yeah, probably better to get that kind of sorted at the start. But here we go, just 10 seconds away. Everyone's predictions are locked in. Let's enjoy the show.
Right, let's do indeed. We have suit. This for the first agent with the fire, SMG for club crew, silence pistol as Wolf, kitchen knife as club security, and the final one, explosive weapon as the bartender. A lot less spicy, but you still have fire and you have suit, so
sure,
a little bit of spice.
Suit combined with Rolf Hirschmuller, like you can't really do the Rolf Lure plus. I mean, I don't think we'd see Buff do the Rolf Lure anyhow. But this is a spin that certainly would complicate that, or just straight up wouldn't work with it at all. I think you might be able to make it work if you kind of adjust your timing a little bit, but we're not going to see either player do that.
Yeah, as a Rolf can be used if you get through 2, 3 kills, 4 kills done, and you need one guy. It's obviously possible, given that Montgomery is not one of the guys you've already killed.
Sure. So Speedster, I think, is loading in. See the yep, there you go.
Yeah, he did press play. It's the Hitman thing where it's gonna load in the screen for 5 minutes. Happens from time to time.
Yeah. Buff started from the radio tower. That's the best place to start if you don't want to have to run very far and also bring your full loadout with you. The Ravon suit puts you a bit closer to the club, but you have a very restricted loadout when you start from that location. And that's where Speedster's starting from, interestingly.
Yeah, Ravon obviously faster in terms of getting to the club, but looks like he's gonna bring in a silenced pistol for lots of bullet distraction, I imagine. He does need it for the Rolf kill. But yeah, the pistol is a that Frody said at one time. Probably the most overpowered weapon, or the most powerful weapon in the game. Multi-purpose tool.
Definitely. Bullet distractions. You know, you can shoot certain like items to interact with them and cause distractions that way, or like turn things on and off. Body shotting, panic, all this stuff. It's really a multi-tool, and especially in the right hands. You get a lot done with it.
So yeah, that's what I said. Buff's routine is the same. He's gonna go for Davenport. He seekered Lowenthal. I imagine that's gonna be used for his fire kill.
Speedster, meanwhile, ran up onto the roof there, took care of Agent Green, and shot through the skylight to bring up Agent Banner here. He's gonna grab all of his goodies, his silenced SMG. I believe that's a lethal syringe that he drops. Wow.
Another guard coming behind him. That doesn't usually happen. So like,
and that was really close. He like once his head had turned when he like rounded the corner of the stairs, he would have spotted that body lying there. So he got that thrown KO just in the nick of time.
Yeah, and there's with all the distractions and isolations done, Buff is gonna clear the area so he can get his fire kill. Gonna have to knock out some bikers, possibly, or dodge them. I'm curious what he's gonna do with his fire kill. He's also made Swan sick, looks like, so.
What's going on?
That should be 4 targets knocked out for Buff.
Speedster's Swan is... Oh, did he pull him back here with a thrown distraction? He did. Buff is working on getting the delivery guy here out of the picture. Gonna snatch that key from him as well. Speedster's gonna get Agent Thames. He's gonna work on trying to get Thames.
Oh, Stream has, but Buff is working on getting a club security that's gonna be used for his kitchen knife kill. He's gotten somebody. Oh. Speedster, okay, Speedster. Nope, never mind. It's just refreshed and circle again. Stream is officially dead again, unfortunately for Speedster. And if the crash rule was used for this one, that might be it, because there's only 1 respin per player.
Buff gets his kitchen knife kill as club security. He's got a couple other agents down and ready to be killed. Now it's just a matter of getting the disguises and getting the setting up the kills that you need. Now I wonder if we're gonna see the suit fire kill done remotely. I don't even remember where he's left his suit. The first disguise he changed into is probably up on the roof, I think, by Agent Green.
His suit should be next to Lowenthal in the bathroom, because Lowenthal was sick, and Lowenthal seems like the only viable target you can use for the fire kill. He's got the explosive device kill done, so that's up 2.
Nice.
Oh, it's a full game crash for Speedster. That is so unfortunate.
Okay,
yeah, because he was several minutes in there. Yeah, he clearly is having some connectivity issues here, but hopefully the jam clears and the flow of information can continue.
Yeah, as Buff racks up kills after kills, he got his third one now. Club Crew SMG kill done. Probably gonna work on his suit fire now.
Suit fire and then finish it off with a Rolf silence pistol kill. Buff is just blazing through.
Yeah, he's gonna clear this area for some body dragging for Agent Lowenthal.
I wish I had been this careful in this part of the garage when I was competing on Berlin.
Oh man, I think I was casting that one. You broke like 100 people's heart, along with yours, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But,
that rip on the final kill, that
I was
fire
like,
kill.
Barbecue, please just wait for him to come back.
Roulette brain moment for sure. But Buff here, the Berlin master, is showing how it's done to, you know, just take those guys out of the picture. Don't even make it a non-factor. You know, okay, now he's got these bikers here in this little hangout part of the room.
Just gotta watch out for the bartenders after that. Ooh, there's one bartender, but he's dragging them extra wide to increase the distance.
Ow.
Gets into the barrel.
I hadn't even considered that those bartenders have a line of sight in this area, but they definitely do.
They're more problematic than those bikers. It's only the biker that moves up and down, but Buff played that one extra safe.
He's back in his suit, and he's good to get this kill. Speedster, meanwhile, is going through the beginning paces of his run here, running up onto the roof, getting Agent Green, luring up Agent Banner, and you know, trying to set some of these things up here at the start. Now Buff just needs to get the Rolf Hirschmuller silenced pistol kill. Be a final agent here. Who we think he's gonna do this, get this kill on, I wonder.
Is it likely going to be... I mean, he's got a lot of options here. The Montgomery and Chamberlain are always like the two downstairs agents that you can sort of easily get. You can also triple shot Banner all the way by the DJ area, from the DJ area.
He's gonna get the pacification there on good old Rolf. Yeah, we did have
looks
another...
like another crash for Speedster.
Yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate to see.
Looks like he's not going to go for any of the bottom floor agents. Climbing back up the pipe.
Has he killed Thames yet?
He has killed Thames with his own disguise and the SMG, so that was his SMG kill.
Oh, sure, okay.
Yeah, coming back up to the biker hangout. Could go for Tremaine.
Sure.
Should be definitely an interesting choice because you don't really see Tremaine use that much. So he needed his pistol.
Thankfully, Rolf's able to run around in the biker hangout there without any issues. So yeah, that was a full crash for Speedster. Full game crash.
So it is. I think this is a common thing. That's probably what's happening to him. Berlin crash. Because I don't think he crashed at all in Santa Fortuna, and I've heard PlayStation players having issues with crashing on Berlin. He might be one of those players affected by this issue.
Sure.
But Buff should be going for his last kill on Agent Green.
Oh, Green's perfect. Perfect. It's like easy last target here. Just hopefully that guy on the chair in the distance doesn't see him.
Just gonna play it safe here, it seems like. Knocking him out with the trank and then KO from behind so that the guard down below doesn't come up here. And there it is.
Smart thinking.
That's all 5.
Now he just needs to
Fortunately,
get
due
himself...
to the crashing, Buff will play this map almost like solo.
Sure. Yeah. But in his mind, for all he knows, Speedster was blazing through the map, hot on his heels. and that may have been what motivated him to play so flawlessly. That's another perfect run there from Buff. Didn't rip or reset once on Santa Fortuna. Same deal on Berlin. Planned it perfectly, executed it perfectly. That was really impressive stuff there from Buff. And had Speedster's connection been, or crashing issues not been a factor, I'm sure we would have seen really impressive performance out of Speedy as well, because obviously to be a multi-time roulette finalist, there's more than just a little skill involved in reaching that status. So surely we would have seen a good show from Speedster, but technical problems really are just rearing their ugly head tonight, aren't they?
Absolutely. It's so unfortunate. He didn't even get to try.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to the beginning of Season 3. I imagine this is not Buff's favorite map because it's one of the small maps.
Sure. Yeah, this is sort of a speed run map. There's not a whole lot to it, in the way that there's not a whole lot to sort of how players approach maps like Dartmoor and New York. It's not to say that they're bad levels or that they aren't well designed or anything like that. It's just as far as roulette is concerned, a roulette mindset is very different from another type of mind, like another way to play or experience or appreciate the game. And these maps are just usually they're over very quickly. Players know how to move, boom, 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 right between all the objectives. They're grabbing, the tokens from, if this is Dartmoor, like they're grabbing the tokens from Rebecca Carlisle and Mr. Fernsby. They're getting Alexa down, like a minute, 2 minutes into the spin, if that. There's only one target on New York and Dartmoor, and there's two on this map, but it's very easy to get both of them within, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So it's a really straightforward map, and what it's going to come down to here is who can do it faster. Assuming they play carefully and stealth is at the forefront of their approach. Whoever can move through the level the fastest is going to get it, and it's probably going to be over in almost guaranteed less than 5 minutes. If it goes more than 5 minutes, then it's because the players are making mistakes.
Yeah, that can happen on a map like this, where it just feels so easy that you just overlook some of the fundamental stuff. But you can see how much they love this map. They have not played this map yet. All zeros for performance.
So neither player has any sort of official statistics here, but that's going to be changing after this match here. We're going to get our spin in just under a minute and a half. And we will get a prediction going here. Thank you, chat. Keeping me on track here. Who do we think is going to win Dubai? Speedster or Buff? Give you 2 minutes to get a prediction in. And yeah, so taking a look here at the map record for this map, it is held by Yanini. Was served a spin and planned for it and loaded in and completed it in 2 minutes and 43 seconds real time. So that's just to sort of give you an idea of how quickly this map can be over with. That's obviously a bit dependent on the spin, and obviously the players who set these records are extremely competent and well-practiced players. But at this stage in the game, a round 4 matchup in the winner's bracket, you don't survive this far in the competition by sheer luck. You get here because you're good and you're practiced and you know your stuff. So again, I'd be surprised if we see this go on for too long. But if the spin is right and roulette brain kicks in for our players, there's no really telling what could happen. So we've got our spin here. Punk, I'd like you to take this one if you don't mind. Go right ahead.
Alright, so it's going to be Carl Ingram with a fiber wire as the art crew, and Marcus Stuyvesant with an electrocution as the penthouse guard.
Okay. So we got a live kill on Carl, but you know, live kills on Carl. You know, he's is leaning over the balcony, waiting for any type of live kill. You know, for the first
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
2 minutes.
Start art crew, go up the stairs, go over, knock out the 2 guards, fiber wire him, take their disguise, and come back down. That's the blueprint of the strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And likely what we're gonna see too. So Buff is already starting his art crew. Something I want to quickly mention is that record 243 is actually a tied record. Chris X3 also has a 243 on Dubai.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a tied first place for world record. 2 different spins
How
on the same
about that?
tournament.
That's a neat little piece of trivia there. I wonder how we might see it be done faster. Wow, that dart, that Buff
at
shot
Buff.
there,
How the
that
fuck?
was.
I'm so taking that. I don't
Did you hear him? He
This
was
is
like, "How did I
unbelievable.
get that?" Well, he gets
He's
a gun
got
flash.
green guns. That was on purpose, just so the guard turns away.
Oh wow!
And he gets a stylish fiber wire kill. This is
Oh my god!
highlights worthy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's 47 seconds, 1 kill done. He's gonna be going for his second disguise soon, I imagine. He can just leave that too, because he's gonna probably drag Marcus up these stairs to the water tank. Slowing down Marcus so his personal bodyguard catches up. There he does. There's the KO on Marcus. Now he's gonna
Gotta wait for that guard by
the
the
other guard.
Yeah, just using a bullet distraction there to catch him.
Speedster completely different. He's starting in the suit, and he's gonna seeker Carl from below.
So Carl will isolate himself in the bathroom there, just to give him a bit more time, I think, to get to the plan his approach and get to Carl. He'll be there for, I think it's 90 seconds. A seeker dart will keep a target in place in the bathroom. Maybe it's only a minute, but it's at least a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, fortunate rip there by Speedster.
This part requires precision coming over. That's what we saw from Buff. That just looked so good when he did that. And
Oh yeah.
he's very close to finishing. He's gonna just drag this body up and in between change the disguise.
Now, does he have his taser already? Hopefully he doesn't forget to change disguise. No roulette brain. But I don't really think I've seen Buff with roulette brain very often, so hopefully we don't see it here for the first time.
Buff, well, I don't even think he had roulette brain. He only had a roulette finger when he sat on the bench.
That's a great way to put it. I like that. He's got his taser in hand already.
Yeah, he's done. This is Dubai.
Yep, and there is a new... Is that a new record? I don't know if that's a new record or not. The loads... I think console players with the loads kind of disadvantages them from... I mean, he completed
243, that... I don't know that...
He did it in 236 in game time, but with the loads and everything and planning, I'm not sure. That'll probably put him over.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat a PC spin.
Yeah.
But that was pretty impressive.
Wow.
Again, a clean run from Buff.
GG's Buff. He played really, really well. Speedster fought really well and fought hard and played well, but unfortunately some internet issues really set him back on Berlin. He had some bad luck here on Dubai, and that one rip on Santa Fortuna with Jorge just really really unfortunate and sad to see. But Buff killed it. I'm so proud. He took all the maps, 6 points. That means Buff advances to round 5, which is
semifinals. He's 1 round away from guaranteed in the finals.
That's
upper bracket.
Incredible. Wow. Pay out our predictions here for Buff. And we'll switch over here and take a look at our leaderboards and our upcoming matches here. Let's first go take a look at the leaderboards, specifically the console leaderboards. and see where Buff is. He will be facing off against the winner of okay, so Toby Norton, T Nort, is going to be facing off against K Kenny. And then that's not K Kanetta, that's K Kenny. And so the winner of that match will go on to face Ducker. And then the winner of that match versus Ducker will then go on to face Buff Guy in the semifinals. Winner of that match goes to the finals of the console bracket. So that's very exciting. Buff only has potentially 2 more matches ahead of him. He played ferociously tonight. Very well done. Very well done, Buff. And let's take a quick look here at our upcoming matches. We've got some on the books. Now this time on the screen here is in Central European time. But if you go to hitmaps.com, it will show you the complete list of upcoming matches in your local time zone. So please do go check that out if you don't want to have to do the time conversion yourself. But let's take a look at some of our upcoming matches. We've got Yanini versus Purple Key Plays, facing off on the Isle of Scale in New York. That's at 700 hours Central European time, shoutcasted by Gunther. Gunther will also be casting Toby Norton versus K Kenny Z, the winner of that match advancing to face off against Ducker, and then the winner of that match going on to face Buff. So that's going to be a big match as well. Colorado and Mumbai, that's going to be Wednesday at 0800 hours Central European time. Later that same day, we've got Mario versus Pidgeotto, playing on Sapienza and Dartmoor. Interesting. Frody will be casting that match. Other matches further on, later on down the line here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we've got Agent 420 versus Yanini, Danny Buddha versus In For Fun. That's previous Roulette Rival World Champion versus current Roulette Rival World Champion.
Also, the match is also known as the Hungarian Derby because they're both Hungarian.
Sure. That's gonna be that's gonna be a good watch.
Definitely the highlight match.
Yeah, for sure.
For tomorrow, everybody's looking forward to that one.
Kind of a bit of a grudge match, you know, like former champion versus current champion. We'll see how that shakes out because you know,
interesting map choices though. Dubai and New York.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a short cast. I would imagine. I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, 2 of the fastest players playing some of the fastest maps.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Your idler might end up being longer than the match time.
Yeah, very likely. And then we've got O's versus Blythe, playing on Sapienza and Mumbai, and I Like Hitman versus Fanium, facing off on Wilton Creek and Haven Island. That's on Friday. So again, if you want these matches in your local time zone, check out hitmaps.com for them in your local time zone. There's also a link to join us in the Frody7 Speedrunning Discord. That is the community that's sort of behind this roulette event. If you're enjoying as a spectator and you're curious to sign up and get involved with the community, besides roulette, we also have speedrunning competitions and contract creation competitions. There's other types of community events as well, and we're always looking to get more Hitman fans and lovers involved and signing up for the event. We love to see new competitors on the scene, rookies, returning rivals. We'd love to have you, and hopefully you enjoyed watching. Punk, before we sign off and find somewhere to raid, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to share with the people?
No, there's some exciting matches that happened today, but some cool matches tomorrow. So thanks for having me, and I enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and you as well.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for joining me, Punk. It was a lot of fun. I'm so excited to try and catch some more of the matches. Also, everybody, there are in the Discord, we have a channel where all of the links to the VODs of every single match in the tournament are uploaded, and I just uploaded a whole bunch, like a dozen or so. So if you're curious to go back and catch any of the previous matches, or just queue up a whole bunch and watch them, that's the place to join so that you can find that link. Or those links, rather. But again, thank you to the community. Thank you to Punk for joining me. Thank you, Mr. Mike, for adminning the match. And thank you to our players for putting on a great show. Really appreciate it. So Bookie, RK recommends we raid Bookie, who is playing some crazy spins, some roulette spins this evening. So let's go raid Bookie and see what he's getting up to this evening. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Appreciate you coming out. Punk, thank you. And hope you all have a nice night and take care of yourselves. We'll see you again soon.